grab your weed, cause you're now tuned in to the TRBRC podcast.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yo, let me know if y'all can hear me. If y'all can't hear me, then y'all wouldn't be able to let me know because
it's only my voice.
But no, hold on. Nope, it's not. There we go. All right, hold on. Gotta get the audio right. Y'all, this is the voice of the culture. This is the boy YMF, the guy, the legend. You know what I'm saying? With the co-host DM3 Entertainment, and we live. Full effect. We got some topics for y'all. We got some conversations we want to start and we want to talk about. Shit, this is not even the first topic, but this is a good topic. All right. So, if anybody been paying attention, and you know how y'all brains work, y'all don't really pay attention that well. Talking about the people outside the real battle rap culture, but you know, well, anyway, I've been watching these interviews and shit on what's that dude name? It don't even matter. Yeah, it's a ball man. 3-letter man. So I've been watching these interviews between Mav, Hoffa, and Jag. Now you know how I feel about Jag interviews and stuff like that, but we really didn't really touch on how Mav been in these interviews, especially on 3-letter man's channel. So Mav been saying a lot of stuff towards that third round that Jag had, and he been showing a lot of like emotions towards it, and he issued some threats to Jag in these interviews, particularly on the 3-letter man interview. He was saying something like, I'm paraphrasing here, if we was not, this is Mav, he's saying this is Mav. If we was not there in that setting, in battle rap setting or whatever, we was somewhere else, something might have happened. So I'm paraphrasing, but it was along the lines, and he said a lot of stuff along those lines in this interview. So Mav has been putting out threats to Jag in these interviews. I seen Jag response too. He was just saying he was with some real dudes. But like, do you think it will be all talk when they come across each other again, DM3?
What do you mean when Mav meets up with Jag again? You know,
yeah, like when they cross paths again, do you think it will be all talk? Like, you know, all talk. It ain't gonna be no situation.
Yeah, most definitely. I think. Watch next time Mav runs into Jag, it's gonna be handshakes and what's up, homeboy? How you been doing? You know, I just was talking a little reckless out my mouth. You know, I got a little heated. You know, I was getting emotional like a female. You know, that's how it's gonna be. He just doing all this foolishness right now because he trying to save face because he know he got his ass whooped.
I agree. All facts. Hey, shout out to NRG Day Moon. How you doing, baby? May Lang, what's up, man? Man, I don't know. You've been ducking the show. What? I must have really killed you on your points or something. Ya is magnified. Salute to you. I like that name, by the way. Okay. You say Cass had the best comeback. We got Nicholas Bolin, so he said Jag and Cass versus K-Shine DNA, or Jag and Cass versus Rum Nitty and Geechee Gotti. Yeah, we can talk about that. We can come up with a topic like that. You know what I'm saying? But like, I feel the same as you, 3, man. I agree. I feel like Mav is taking the pussy way out. Instead of like how Jag said, whatever's on your chest, let it all out. Instead of him doing that, he ran off to these interviews And it's like somebody spitting in your homie's face. And like this a homie, this a homie that always be talking big and bad, like he got hands. You ain't never seen him fight a day in your life, but he always talking about how he knocking somebody out, he always rocking somebody, you know what I mean? But then, he get his man card tested one day, you was right there, you seen it. Somebody probably spit a whole loogie in his face, let that shit drip, the mucus drip off his nose to the fucking pavement. And now it's time to see what he gonna do, because it's like, man, I've been hearing my homie, he been talking heavy for a minute. He been talking heavy. But then he don't do nothing. And he'll try to make an excuse like, hey, man, you lucky. If I wasn't with my homeboy right here, I would have popped the trunk. I would have went off on you. That's how I'm looking at this. That's how I'm looking at this Mav situation. A pump fake, you know what I'm saying? He pump faking. If he really was about that noise, he would have did what he said he was going to do if he wasn't in that situation.
Yeah, most definitely. You right. Because I'm telling you, I guess hip hop ain't sucker free no more. There's a lot of suckers moving around like crazy, especially in battle rap. Like you said, streets, the code of the streets is you don't talk about it, you be about it. You say you're going to punch a dude in the face, you don't say you're going to punch him in his face, you punch him in his face. And I don't know what Mav or where he been. I don't know, he been hanging with the suits too long. They've been hanging with the pansexuals. I don't know what he been doing.
The industry.
Yeah, hanging with the industry and then lost his way. Not understanding that you don't pop at the mouth talking about what you would have did, and if it was in the streets, we would have such and such. Yo, if you ain't gonna do it, just shut up and don't say nothing at all.
You know what make me mad though? This would make me mad though about the whole situation with Mav being emotional about Jag's third round. To me, Jag was really nice in that third round. That wasn't even. I feel like if somebody, like, I think Jag went light on Mav Hoffa with that angle. You know what I'm saying? With the rape allegation. I think Jag was really nice with it, actually. And Jag actually said in interviews that ARP and Mav Hoffa pulled him to the side and wanted him to shorten his rounds. But what really make me mad about Mav, though, is that he ruined people's careers before. He right now real sensitive about his career and how it looks with this allegation that's going on and people bringing that up. But he ended actually two people's careers in battle rap. Two. And let's be real. Let's be clear here. We're talking about the rappers, it's a fucking boy, Dose and Serious Jones. Because when he hit them, when he punched those dudes in the face, that ruined their career, bro. Like, their potential for wherever they was supposed to go, it ruined that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It ruined that.
Let me jump in here, YMF. Exactly what you're saying. It ruined it due to the fact that battle rap and hip hop was real 10 years ago. And for Dose, back when Dose used to be talking about pulling out guns and put the dome to your put the gun to the cranium, make it a dome or whatever he used to say. After getting punched in the face, you lose all your street credibility. Same thing with Jones. Jones talk about how street he was. Got punched in the face, lose all your credibility. And that's how it was in the past. In the past, it was, yo, you got to come real or don't come at all. You know what I'm saying? And that's how their career ended. But now, dudes can do all kind of fugazi shit and still be on the stage.
Oh, shit. I don't know what happened. I think somebody probably calling them right now.
I'm back. I don't know why my joint went off. Like, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Did you get my last thoughts?
Nah, I ain't hear it.
The last part I did say, I said, today's battle rappers be moving real fugazi, real fake. And the fans eat up everything that's fake, And it's just crazy. It ain't like it was. It's not real. That's why if you want the real live truth and the real of hip hop and battle rap, you come down here. You come to TRBRC because we're gonna give it to you the real way. We're gonna tell you the truth.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why you know what, math though, man. Like I just gotta say it again. Like it just pisses me off that he getting sensitive about Jag bringing up these rape allegations, but he literally ruined two people's careers in battle rap. And if people say, "Oh, he didn't ruin their career," he ruined the potential for them to earn money. You know what I mean? With the potential for their pockets to be wherever level it needs to be at. He ruined that potential for him because you already understand, like you said, everybody in battle rap, be talking that tough Tony shit, talking about they'll pull up, blah, all that stuff. And even if nobody was talking about that, it can be a rapper that'll come in there, he talk about God and peace and all that stuff and donating to poor kids. He can come in like that. But even that rapper, because you seen it happen to Sharon, even that rapper, he get hit or punched or anything physical happen to him, that ruins the image of the MC. It don't matter if he, you know what I mean? Yeah. It don't matter if he just a positive rapper, a conscious rapper. If he gets smacked, people gonna bring that up every time. And then we in the sport of battle rap, you getting your hands put on you in battle rap when it's supposed to just be a lyrical sport. It's like, you know, people be like, oh, he lost for punching him. But it's still like, dang, you gotta, you know what I mean? Like now you gotta get into other shit. And when you don't get into the other shit, and the fans is paying attention, because now they don't care about rap no more, they just want to see that drama happen. They want to see how it ends. And you don't respond back on that drama or get that revenge, it's fatal to your career, man. Just getting hit, it's just fatal to your career. And that's what Mav did to two people, man. Two people. And he ruined their careers. So him being sensitive about Jag, saying what he's saying, that's on him, man. And he should have did some. He should have did some instead of going to these interviews. And then let's see what happens if you would have tried to did some. Shit. Let's see if you chump Jag. You know what I mean? Punch him. Let's see what happens. You was feeling sensitive. And I think it wasn't Math the same. He was feeling sensitive with Serious Jones and those was rapping to him too. So he punched them. Why didn't he punch Jag? It's like, come on, dog. Like,
because he knew exactly what he was gonna get into if he would have punched Jag. You know what I'm saying? See, that's the thing.
You think they should fight though? You think Jag should like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? Like, you might as well throw them hands. You know what I mean? You think they should fight?
Well, I ain't never had a problem with two dudes, knuckling up and handling business, because that's how it's supposed to be done, and that's how it used to be done. You know, no guns, just like throw them hands, get your face busted up a little bit, and find out who really about their life. So that's not even an issue. I think that's the problem with society now. They too scared to be manly. You know, it's a manly thing to handle your business. Like if you really feel a certain kind of way about somebody, and you in the same vicinity as him, y'all want to throw hands, go ahead. Because you think about go back to the old culture.
Dan Damon
get disrespected by another white man. What do you do? Slap him in his face with the glove, right? And then after that, they have a duel. You know, so yeah. If that's the case, if you feel that disrespected, Mav, then you tell Jag, yo, let's meet at a certain spot and let's handle it as men, just straight hands. You know, nothing else. Nobody jumping in, nobody pulling nothing out. That's a weapon or whatnot. Just throw your hands and get it handled like the old days.
Yeah. Oh, the lion coming in here. So turn your camera on, bro.
You know the routine. As soon as you walk in the room, you gotta cut your camera.
Salute.
Yo.
Hold on. Let me add this camera real fast. No, go ahead. Y'all can keep talking. I just gotta put this camera on here.
Yeah,
I think I was about to say something. I forgot what I was about to say though. Can you tell Layton what we're talking about? While I'm getting this camera real quick, because my brain focusing on like 5 different things at once.
Got you. Enlighten, if you can hear me, what we're talking about is the reaction of Math, how he was acting because of the third round of what Jag was saying to him. So, what actions? How he in the streets?
Well, the edit on the drum because the camera was all kind of crazy, so I just dropped the first round out there, editing the video a little bit crazy, but I don't think you can leave, walk away until it's all said and done, man. Even though it's like at the very end. I don't know. I think that counts as a forfeit, even though it's the last. You gotta wait. The guy, raises the gloves and say,
Oh no, let me be more specific on what we talking about. No, we're not talking about the reaction at the end of his battle. Well, we are talking about the reactions to the end of his battle, but we're talking about the interviews. Like in interviews with through Letterman and other weirdos, he was saying in these interviews that if Jag would have said all that stuff he said in the third round and any other setting instead of a battle rap setting, it would have been a situation. So, do you think when Jag and Math Hoffa cross paths again, would it be a situation or would it be all talk?
I think they're going to die out before they even see each other again. I think it's right now. Publicity. More people to go watch. I stand horrible coming across. Let me leave and come back. Can y'all hear me clearly?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear what
Yeah, you good. You good.
Mad echo.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, hold on. Don't leave. It's me. All right, go ahead. Go again, bro. Go ahead.
I think it's just for publicity to get numbers on the video.
Okay. Do you think? Yeah. You know what? So if you're saying that you think it's publicity to get more views to the video, is it EI and DM3? No, they good. No, they good. They should be good now. Good looking, Meg, but they should be good. If you saying that, do you think? If you saying that, do you think that a lot of people aren't watching this battle? Like a lot of people didn't tune into the Math, Hoffa, and Jag battle?
I don't think so because they're doing the VOD and people just hoping and praying, just like the Cassidy battle. I've been praying that it comes out on YouTube. So they're trying to drive the VOD numbers up. I believe he's trying to run the numbers up on the VOD for Red Breed Entertainment.
All right, so you feel like they're trying to run the numbers up because it's video on demand, and since it's video on demand, that means that people are just going to wait until it gets on YouTube. It might be true.
Right. So he's trying to push I feel like they're trying to push it for people to go watch the actual so they can be like, man, what did he say? What did he say? What was the bars? Type situation. That's what I feel though.
Yeah. With that being said, YMF and Enlighten, that's what I was saying earlier. Math been hanging around the suits too long. He want to act like a street dude, but he want to act like he in a corporate office. It's one or the other. Either you gonna rock like a business and want it to be all corporate, then that's what you do. But if you want to talk all brolic and act like you in the streets, then you gotta step a different kind of way. You gotta move differently. If the streets demand that.
Yo, and the thing is, based off the fact that most of Math Hoffa look is coming from the culture of hip hop in general, you gotta keep his appearances up. And especially, and you think about it, his career is based off him punching people. His situation is based off him being prone to violence or having violence around him. That's how his career was built. It wasn't really built off his bars or his lyrics. This is the first time where people are really analyzing Math Hoffa for his bars this time. Most times around, people was analyzing him on how he carries himself as a man and how he appears on these stages. Yo, like, mute yourself, bro, while you're not talking. So, he got to do what he got to do, man, I guess. But I feel like if Math really feel how he feel, I think Jag should, take him up on that. You know what I'm saying? See what he really about. You know what I mean? And since he going the pussy way out, like since he going the pussy way, this camera, we're late. Since he taking that way, try to get some evidence on how he responded. You know what I mean? Because I'm pretty sure he would have tried to do some bullshit. But fuck it, man. Yeah, I think Jag should test that out. But yeah, man. Let's go to the nuts top. Got real quiet.
Yo, I'm like, on my end, all I'm seeing is y'all avatars. Now you back again.
No, I'm good though. Like the live is good. People can see us. So we good. So I heard.
Huh?
Your light, I don't know. Your internet is real crazy, my mans. It's messing. Your sound is real choppy, and it's lagging. It's probably you got to take your Wi-Fi. You got to disconnect from your Wi-Fi. If you far away from your Wi-Fi, you got to disconnect from your Wi-Fi and use your phone data. Because when you be moving around like that outside, connected to the Wi-Fi, that shit gonna be laggy as it is.
Yeah,
I don't even think you can hear me.
You need to find you a spot, have a seat for a minute, and do the show. Don't be moving around or what.
All right. Anyway, so I heard rumors or whatever like that ARP and the RBE brand is trying to hire. I think they was going to hire or have Avocado do the work for the mask on event at RBE, and then like the last minute they took him off. I'm not really sure if this is true. I don't know why RBE or ARP would be associated with Avocado because he has a relationship with Smack URL. But apparently that's what happened. But since this whole thing came out with Avocado saying racial shit and calling the Smack rappers homophobic and saying like, black rappers or the black community is homophobic and, saying a lot of stuff, man, that, can be used by certain agendas that is not for us. So they canceled them pretty much and didn't have them work the Math Hoffa Jag battle or the event. Should all leagues follow suit like RBE and ARP and cancel Avocado from BattleRap? I will say though, RBE's mask on event camera work was horrible.
Yeah, honestly, like people that's following the culture of battle rap and hip hop need to realize there's a lot of people who already are involved in this culture that can do a job that one man can do. Like you don't put one man on a pedestal and act like he's the beginning and the end of anything. What you have to realize is that he has to realize that he's expendable just like anybody else. Battle Rap's been videotaping way before Avocado showed up. There are other video crews that are in Battle Rap that have been doing Battle Rap because you have leagues like Battle Academy in Philly. They got their own cameramen. Queen of the Ring got their own cameramen. King of the Dot where Avocado was over there, but then I guess they got somebody else because they kept filming. So Avocado is not that important to the culture where he thinks that he needs to put on this platform and try to pull dirt out and put dirt on people's name. It's like being a real man is that to take your losses with your chin up, not after you done got beat up or treated like a sucker that you start squealing like a pig, talking about every problems and what was me to do all that.
Hold on, 3. I can't even hear you no more. 3, I can't hear you.
What was the last part you heard? Because a lighting was coming back in while I was talking.
I got it. No, just the last little 5 seconds of what you were saying.
I think the last part I was saying, you know, Avocado needs to act like a man and just bow out gracefully. Like, stop trying to kick dirt on other people's names and stuff like that. You know, it's a business, right? If it's a business, you don't get hired for the business. You don't go.
Who name was he kicking dirt on?
You just said the battle rappers. You said they calling people homophobic and stuff like that. That's not necessary. You don't need. Yeah,
you were saying that it was clips that came out of him saying that in the past.
You said clips? No. Okay, correct me so I can understand what you're saying.
It had video clips of him in the past saying this stuff.
Oh, I haven't seen those video clips. I just know
before he started working with URL. Oh, you ain't seen him?
No, I didn't see those clips. Because I didn't know, I don't know about Avocado until he started getting really involved, making them videos where they react to other battles that happened in the past. Like when he watched the Cassidy battle against Goods. He watched other people's battles, and they sit in that little room and they critique the battle and stuff. That's how I know who Avocado is, you know. And then after that, I'm like, okay, he's the little film guy to be messing with Disaster and them. So that's how I was.
The way I know Avocado as a crackhead or a drug addict. You know what I mean? He used to be a little fatter, a little fat, dirty looking white dude. You know, one of them frat college dudes or something like that. And that's how I know him. I didn't even know he did a camera work. Well, actually, I did. Yeah, he did. I knew he did something with the cameras with KLTD. But other than that, I didn't think he was that important. I didn't know he was, on demand like that for URL and stuff like that. Because I know URL used to work with Twiz, but I don't know. That's why I'm shocked. Why ain't his name brought up so much, a lot more? His name should be brought up a lot more, in my opinion. More so than Avocados.
Because you know what? It's going back to the fact that talking about the homosexuality and whatnot. He's probably involved in that type of lifestyle, and the people who live that lifestyle, they like him, so they want him pushed into the forefront. You know, that's the thing we talk about, and our boy down the dial, he talks about this whole pansexual, this whole devil worship stuff. Where when they want you to be in the forefront, they push you. If they don't want you, you stay in the back. It doesn't matter how good you are. You know, that has happened to rappers, where you know the rapper is way better than another rapper, but because he's not a part of the agenda, he doesn't get pushed. So going back to my point, Avocado is a part of the so-called disease that's going on in battle rap. So they want to push his name. They don't want to push Twiz in them name, because Twiz and them probably not about that life, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. I think all leagues should follow suit and cancel Avocado from battle rap. I think his camera work now that's the thing. This mascot event on RBE, I will say his camera work is better than what I witnessed in that in those battles. I will say his camera work is better than that, because that was a pile of you know what. But
on which event?
Yeah, so I think they should cancel him. I don't think he should. He's not the greatest. He's not the greatest. So I think they should just, continue on with other talent. I mean, they can bring in talent since they already, since battle rap want to be connected with the outsiders so much. They want to be connected with outsiders so much. Y'all can go into. You can get cameras from anybody. You can get a person to do camera. You can get camera work from anybody. There's a lot of professional people out there that can do this camera work, especially black men.
Edited in that video because the camera work was not. I mean, it wasn't all there. The editing wasn't there, so I just went ahead and gave it a little flip. I know people want to see something with a little flair. I guess y'all. I don't know. Like I jumped. Yeah, y'all stay tuned. The podcast, the individual channels, the graphics, the camera work is going.
Yo, what you think about the topic, real quick, bro?
Shoot, I mean, right now that's the hottest trend right now. Next thing you're gonna have is somebody will come out on a dress soon. Somebody gotta wear a dress eventually. That's the next thing on the table. Who gonna be the first one to wear it?
I mean, Daylight already. I think Daylight already came out in a dress, didn't he?
I don't remember.
And it was on K. And I think it was on KOTD. I think it was on Kick of the Dot. I think Avocado was a cameraman at the time when Daylight did that. When Daylight took a shit on the stage, and when Daylight came out in the dress, I think Avocado was doing the camera work for KOTD around those times. So they already captured that stuff on camera already. They already took their initiations and weirdo in. I don't know, like 2013 or 2012 or some shit. I don't know. It was long. It was a minute ago.
Back again though. It's 2020, about to go 2021. I wouldn't be surprised if it happened before the end of the year.
But
yes.
You know one thing people got to realize, that the whole URLs on stage has only been it's only been involved 10 years. People forget before 10 years ago, because it started in 2009. That's URL on an actual stage and started, the battles that way. So it ain't really that old. So people be acting like URL, all this stuff been going on for decades. It hasn't.
It has been going on for a decade. Oh, you talking about all this weird stuff that's going on right now in battle? I mean, with Smack. When did Smack start? I think Smack started throwing up the horns the first time the league came into existence.
I know, that was 10 years ago. That was in 2009. What I'm talking about pre-2009, BattleRap wasn't like it is now.
Yeah, well, I ain't disagreeing. I'm not disagreeing with you. I mean, I'm not really sure because I never really watched. I watched Fight Club. I watched Grind Time from time to time. And there was other leagues around the time that was out. But I didn't really pay attention too much to them to really see how they was really moving. I just knew that there was a bunch of white people that owned that stuff. And I was like, yo, all I knew was that white people understood that battle rap and anything that we came up with in the hip hop culture, they knew they could monetize off it. The first, like I said again, man, that the Cassidy Freeway battle influenced all that, where the whites understood that they can get money from it, or like not the whites, but you know what I mean, like the powers that be. And so when they seen that, they came out with the movie 8 Mile for Eminem, and then MTV had a Freestyle Fridays, and then we had Fight Club came out. Fight Club on MTV. That's how that shit really started spanning, because them Jewish media conglomerates, and them whites that own most of this shit said, yo, we can get some money off of that joint. So actually, to be honest with you, I think I feel like I ain't trying to say too much. I'm not trying to say too much.
Yeah, I'll show my age, but I'm gonna tell you, I've been watching battle rap from day one. Like you have been saying, everybody been saying, it all got started with the Cassidy Freeway joint. I remember being at work, and a dude was like, yo, Cassidy just battled Freeway. He just bodied Freeway. And at that time, me being Muslim and Freeway being Muslim, I'm rocking with Freeway. So I'm like, ain't no way Freeway got bodied by Cass. Homeboy brings in the audio, and I listen to it. Now, we talking about audio, meaning on his MP3 player or whatever, because back then we was just downloading stuff off computers. So I heard it and I was like, okay, that shit is fire. And I was like, yo, okay, Cass did body. And then after that, we started going to YouTube, and back when YouTube only had like 5-minute clips where all the battles were chopped up. And that's when we started realizing and seeing like Reed Dollars and all people like that. And then there was other battle leagues that's not even in existence no more. Like, I don't know if y'all remember, there was this one battle that got punched in the face way before Math punched somebody in the face. When the dude
you
was
just
like,
mad because I'm styling on you. You
Yeah.
just mad because I'm styling on you. Yeah, that nigga. Yeah, I know that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So this is all pre URL. Because like you said, URL showed up after BET Freestyle Friday, because BET Freestyle Friday was going on for a long time, and then the URL was introduced on Freestyle Friday, and that's when he had the battlers on BET, and they had Bow Wow and Smack on there.
Oh, this is much later. That's much later, bro. That's like 2012, 2013.
Yeah,
like that's
exactly.
when T-Top, that's how T-Top became like a known name. I know what you're talking about. Now, 2009, when Smack came out and he was doing a double signs in 2009, I didn't really pay attention to it really. Like when you see this, the little horns, I be thinking that's like heavy metal and shit. So I thought like Smack was trying to like, rock and roll popular. So I was like, oh, he's trying to attract the white fans. You know what I'm saying? Like the white audience by throwing that up. But now that we got a little bit more knowledge on stuff like that and like understanding what it really represents, I'm going to say this. I feel like Smack, because the Jewish media conglomerate and those whites that own hip hop and like they make the money off hip hop. The people that make the money off hip hop knew they can make money off battle rap. So they already gave Smack money to create a league. They gave him a league back in 2009. That's how he got his money. He got his money by giving up that asshole. You know what I'm saying? He gave up the asshole to the right buyer, which is most likely the Jewish media conglomerate, and that's how he was able to get his start up with the league. So he started having to throw up what he was throwing up.
Yeah, just to let y'all know one other thing, like I don't disagree that if he's throwing up his little horn signs for the pansexual thing, whatever. But also, there's my fraternity. We put up the so-called horns, but we don't call them horns. The reason when we throw them up is because we're supposed to be representing the Sigma from our fraternity. So like, and then also Texas Longhorns throw up the horns for Texas. So everybody don't throw up the horns for Luciferian stuff. The horns can be thrown up for other reasons.
I'm not even saying that though. Me, I don't, because like I said, man, like I don't do the conspiracy theories and none of that shit. But I do believe that a lot of these dudes is gay. I mean, a lot of these dudes be doing certain things that keep them binded in a type of marriage, type of relationship. You know what I'm saying? So I believe what assets do us as black people really have to really like be using this leverage, man? If you notice, every time when it comes to a black man having anything of leverage, it's usually his masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Something to do with his manner as a man. Dave Chappelle and a lot of these dudes been talking about this in the industry and stuff like that. Now, I don't know if it's any satanic worship or whatever everybody talking about right now, but it's something it's out of whack that's going on. You know what I mean? It's a social experiment.
Oh, you definitely.
Well,
you
for
definitely
DMC,
because the fact of the matter is, there is a agenda, and the agenda is destroy the family structure. And how do you first and foremost? Who's the head of the household? The black male. So, or the man in general. So if you destroy the man, you destroy the family. And then once you destroy him, then the woman is free to do what she want to do. And that also keeps destroying the family. So it all comes down to the fact that they don't want the unit to be strong.
Mm-hmm. We just about to say like
though, them symbols, you don't know how old these fraternities and frat houses and these statuses are, how deep they are developed. So even though you say they use for different purposes and meanings, that John been around for eons, centuries. You know what I mean? It's not something new. It wasn't something that was just made up. You know what I mean? It was something that was just incorporated and labeled different. You know, it's like milk. You know, you can get the milk container like great value.
I got a question. Can I ask three about the fraternity? Because I did have a question about the fraternities, though. Like black fraternities, man, right? Because they use Greek letters still, right? So they black Greek orders. Can you say is black? Can you really say that black Greeks really represent the black experience, really? Like, or have their influences mainly from the black experience? I feel like it sounds like they'll have more of an influence from the European
Let
powers.
me break it down to everybody that's listening. I'm gonna give you from the aspect I am in a fraternity. What people don't realize is that the original Greeks were the Egyptians who left Egypt and went to Greece, right? So that's where a lot of the Greek mythology, a lot of the Greek symbolism, a lot of the Greek letters, all that stuff is rooted in Egyptian stuff.
So comedic science.
No, say that. Start from the beginning and say that one more time. I'm trying to hear what you said because it sounded like you said they went to Greece and populated Greece and made Greece Greece, or was Greece already there and they went to Greece, bringing their customs?
You said it out your mouth, and that's what it is. The Egyptians populated Greece or went to Greece, and the reason why Greece has the things they have is because of the Egyptian culture. Well, it's just like me and you kicking it. I come to your house, I show you how to make something, then you start making it, but you flip it a little bit on the way you want to do it, and that's how it becomes yours. So the Greeks are slightly different than the Egyptians, but it all goes back to the Egyptians first.
So you're saying that the Grecians accepted the Egyptians?
No, what I'm saying is that before there were the Greeks, the Egyptians who went over to the land that we call Greece today went over there and populated. And that's why you have the connection between Egyptian or African people with Greek people. That's why you have Greek people who have curly hair like you have curly hair. That's why you have some Greek people who have dark skin like you have dark skin. It all connects.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I just know like the Greeks I know, they white.
There was no right. I was about to say because I'm trying to figure out like, are you saying that Greece
I'm gonna just keep it simple. I'm gonna keep it simple right now. Like in modern times, right now, like us currently, and like how like Enlighten was talking about, you don't know, over years things get developed. Like things existed for eons before we even came into existence. He right about that. So like I just go off of what's going on right now, what things represent right now, and where like that place or that showcase or that culture, how they came about throwing that stuff up. Like when I hear like the fraternities, black fraternities, I think I didn't join one. I didn't join one because I always hear about the little rituals and shit like that. So I'm like, man, I don't give, man, somebody spit in my face or anybody do some weird shit, I'm gonna be the type of nigga that's not gonna be able to hold my composure on certain shit like that. Plus, it's called Black Greek. It's like, why is it called Greek? I might as well join a white Greek because Greeks are white.
Yeah, that's what I tried to explain to y'all, that Greece is deeper than what y'all see. Greece has the black people that live in Greece. So there are Greeks.
Yeah, I understand that. I understand that. You go to the historical context, like you was talking about with the Egyptians. Even though, like from what I hear, is usually the Ethiopians that was the ones that's really giving them knowledge and stuff like that. Because the Ethiopians and the Egyptians are pretty much related. They pretty much, you know what I mean, the Kush Kingdom, the Nubians, and the Nubians, they the ones that really owned Egypt before it got invaded by the Assyrians and the other peoples from, Mid-Asia and Eurasia or whatever like that.
Because we getting but I was gonna going back to what Lighten is saying about, I do understand what he's saying when he says that throwing up the horns or throwing up the sign may be way older than what I know. I'm not saying that that's not possible. What I'm saying is that everybody that throws up those signs don't mean that that's what they're in. Like with me, like if you see a picture of me throwing that up, I'm not involved in any type of devil worship or anything like that. But the reason I throw it up is because my fraternity, that's a symbolism of my fraternity.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw it up right. I'm gonna throw them joints up right now, man. Adept HNIC, don't come at me, nigga.
Let me ask you.
Actually, it's not even coming on. It's not even coming on the screen right now. It's not even letting me do it.
So if a little kid over here in the United States put up a middle finger, even though they don't know what it means, does that mean it doesn't mean what it means?
What I'm saying is I'm not gonna beat that kid up because he don't know what he's doing. I'm gonna educate him. I'm gonna educate him and say, hey.
Well, what did the kids say? Well, what did the kids say?
Because in America, that's a bad word that you're doing. And now the kid knows it. Now, if he does it after that, then he can be criticized for doing it.
All right, let's go to the next topic, man.
So you're saying that the fraternity incorporated it into the establishment?
What I'm saying, I'm going to say it again to you, Lighten. What you're saying could have some validity to it. But the guys who do it don't know that deep about it. Like, if there's some devil connection to it, then the dudes that do it you see every day, they don't know about that devil connection. All they know is they connected to their fraternity, as in, I'm representing my frat, so I'm going to throw up my sign. Just like gangbangers throw up their signs. You know, that's all it is. It's just somebody who's it.
Now, I got something for you on that, though. This is what I got for you on that. Now, I talked about this Asian, scientist who was freezing water, right, with words in different languages and English, Spanish, symbols and all that, right? The whole thing is, with that same word, every time he froze the ice, it formed the same type of crystal-like structure. You understand what I'm saying? So even though you don't know what it means, it doesn't mean that it doesn't have its own energy that is already basically attached. It's already attached, so it doesn't mean that you don't know that hate means hate, and you just walking around saying hate and all this and third. It's still attached to this connotation and what it creates.
It's still attached to certain energies.
That's not what I'm talking about. What you're saying has all the truth in what you're saying. Nobody's doubting what you're saying. The point I'm making is, don't label a person something just because you see them do something. That doesn't mean that they're part of something because you see them throw up some horns. It's saying you have to find out who that person is, and then you can say, hey, he's a part of this, or he's a part of that, because that's what he's representing. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that.
Yeah, but that's correct. That's still like wrong place, wrong time, guilty by association, those type of effects still hold its value. Even though, ignorance, they consider it bliss, it doesn't mean that it really is bliss because you don't know what you're doing, so it doesn't affect you. I mean, it still holds its own energies. It still has its own gravity that attracts whatever is connected to that. And ignorance doesn't sit well with the fact that it's going to do what it's going to do. It's going to be what it's going to be, regardless if you know what it is or not. You don't have to know it's gasoline. The gasoline is just going to be gasoline, and however you interact with it, the gasoline is going to be exactly how it's supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm not doubting anything that you're saying. What you're saying has a rock solid proof on what you're saying. But I guess you don't understand what I'm talking about. What I'm saying is, everything is not always as it seems. You have to do more research about the person. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
Go ahead. What's the next topic?
All right. So we who had the best performance? Who had the best performance to date in the return to battle rap, and what each return influenced in battle rap? What did each return influence in the culture of battle rap? So we got Cannabis, Cassidy, Jag, Joe Buttons, King Los, J Millz, 40 Kyle. Out of those people.
We got one more.
Who?
You got to say Jag.
No, I said Jag.
Okay, I apologize.
Yeah.
Like, should we rank them? You know what I'm saying? Should we rank the performances and shit like that? Like, who had the best, who had the worst, and who had the best?
Yeah, you want each one of us to come out? I'm ready to rock and roll if you want me to.
Let's go.
All right, first thing I'm gonna say, I don't care. Everybody here, knows. No, let me just say, my first person I believe did the best out of everybody that's ever been on that stage is Cassidy. Due to the fact that I'm going by him battling Diz in a small room. I don't care about what went on the stage beforehand. The battle wasn't completed, so the battle doesn't count. It's just like with two boxers. If they box for 2 rounds and then the ref throws a towel in for some reason, then it's no contest. So that fight doesn't matter. The fight that matters is the fight that went all 3 rounds. So the fight that went all 3 rounds with Cassidy and Diz, that's the best performance so far in BattleRap. Now coming behind that battle, can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, coming number 2 to me is Jag. To me, Jag was next. But the reason, to me, I say he had a different type of plate setup than everybody else. He didn't get the hostile brainwashed crowd of the URL like Cassidy and pretty much everybody else that has been on the stage.
So you won't deduct any points from him for that?
That's why I'm giving you my points. That's why I'm telling you. Even though I'm lining them up, I'm telling you.
No, go ahead. Keep explaining your point. That's fine. I'm just putting that in there just if you wanted to ponder on that as well, on how you decided him being the second best. I'm like, is you are you giving him any negative points for that? That might drop his score. That might drop his score on being the best in return because he didn't have a crowd or hostile environment to work with.
Yeah. The reason why I'm showing y'all why I'm not giving it a lot of oh my God, because of the situation. But what I'm doing is the reason why I'm putting him number 2 is just because of lyrical content, right? I'm listening because I've listened to everybody's lyrical content. And that's why I'll be like, okay, I look at him number 2 because of lyrical content, what he was saying. Right. And then also he was able to flow the way he was flowing. He was able to flow. So that's why I'll be like, but I get what you're saying. Well, you'll get to your part.
No. I ain't saying nothing. I'm going off of what you're saying. I'm saying, is he number 2? Like, for instance, he could have been number 1, right? He could have been number 1. The position you gave Cass, Jag could have been number 1. Based off you saying, you said this, you said, well, he didn't have to deal with a hostile environment or crowd, so I'm not really going crazy off of his return. So I'm saying, so since that, are you deducting points from him? And that's why he had number 2 position instead of the number 1 position. Or if you didn't deduct points from him, would he be at a higher position but still not number 1? You get what I'm saying?
Okay, yeah, I got you. Yeah, but with my logic, if he would have been on that same stage that Cass was on, and he gave the same type of performance and had the people going crazy, yeah, then he would have been the number one in my book so far.
Do you think anything he was saying? You think anything he was saying right in the battle against Mav? You think it would have worked on stage? You think people would have been rocking with it? You think he would have got any boos? He would have felt a lot more pressure. He wouldn't have been able to flow. You know what I'm saying?
I believe that he would have got a lot of resistance. He would have got a lot of negative energy towards his way if it was in the same type of setup that Cass put on that stage with Goods. I think he just happened to be able to be in a good situation for a true battle rap, where it was similar to going back to the essence of battle rap, where it's supposed to be just a couple of people, y'all supposed to go back and forth, and you're supposed to spit your bars. So that was a plus for him. But definitely, if he was put in the same atmosphere as everybody else, then he would have been farther down. You understand me? Hello?
Yeah. What about the rest of them? You got to rest some more people on the list.
Then the third person to me coming back, I think, was King Los. I think King Los was saying a lot of stuff that was lyrical, that was going over a lot of people's heads. And because he was on the stage with hostile crowd, and then he also was going up against Head Ice, it took away from his lyrical ability, as in they didn't appreciate what he was saying. But I really believe that he was definitely coming with some serious lyrical content, but they wasn't appreciating it. Then the next person after that, I would say, that you got left, you got I guess, yeah, King Los at number 3.
So you got Cass at 1, Jag at 2, Los at 3.
Yeah. Because who we got left? We got
Cannabis, Joe Buttons, 40 Cal, and J Millz. King Los.
So this one's simple. 40 Cal next. I would say Joe Budden next, and then J Millz last. Because J Millz really was. You ain't
say Cannabis. You ain't rank Cannabis.
I forgot about Cannabis. It still goes 40 Cal, J Millz, Joe Buttons, and then Cannabis. The reason why I put in that line is because 40 was decent. J Millz was decent. He just happened to go up against a buzzsaw called K-Shine. Joe Buttons walked off stage, and then Cannabis pulled out a notebook. And that's pretty much.
Damn! You know what? I forgot that Joe Buttons walked off stage. Oh yeah, that is that was a Math Hoffa move, right?
Yeah, that's why I say him and Math Hoffa. That's what. See how the culture crazy? The culture would disrespect or will be like hate on Joe Buttons for doing that move, but their beloved Math Hoffa does the same thing, and he don't get the same energy.
Right. So, Elaine, what you think, bro?
Yeah, can you hear me? Something real quick, because I keep getting phone calls back to back. I ain't gonna be able to talk. I'm gonna come right back. Go ahead and say your point. I'll be right back.
Well, YMF, I guess go ahead and give your
Yeah, I got it. All right, so the best performance. All right, let me just go from the worst to the best. The worst performance to me. The worst performance to me. All right, it can't be anybody else but Cannabis. I mean, like let's be real. He had his moment where he pulled out the notebook. It spawned memes like, well, this is before memes is this, but it spawned like, you know, people saying, "Man, I got 1,000 rounds in this motherfucker." You know what I'm saying? Like he started that. Like I say his return influenced the culture, but he had the worst performance out of everybody that came back because he pulled out a notebook. So you can't even. Cannabis a legend, whatever, but yeah, that was bad. But at least he write his own shit. At least he write his own stuff. It's kind of like I don't think everybody on this list write their own stuff, man. I'm starting to question whether they write their own stuff. But he had the worst performance due to the fact that he pulled out the notebook. And it was against Disaster, so. I don't know what's up with that echo. All right, the next one I gotta all right, so that's the worst. Cannabis the worst. The second worst is I gotta go with Jay. I gotta probably go with Jay Millz because K-Sean zipped him up. So Jay Millz. Plus Jay Millz is embarrassing, bro. I don't really like he ass. He used to be good though back in the day. I think he beat I think him and Goods got a battle rap on YouTube from back in the day, and they in the studio or whatever, and I think he beat Goods. Goods is worse than him. So then the next worst person, or the next person in line going up, the next, you know what I mean, who's better than the last guy is I want to get who. Oh yeah. I gotta give it to. I'm debating between 40 Cal and fucking. Nah, I ain't gonna do that. You know what? I guess I gotta go say King Los, because I feel like King Los got bodied by Head Ice, to be honest. Like when I was looking at the Head Ice and King Los battle, I feel like Head Ice was talking to King Los. Like he was bringing up stuff about King Los being in the industry, doing a lot of questionable activity, you know what I'm saying? He in the LGBT mafia or something like that with P. Diddy, you know what I'm saying? He vegan, and like the way Head Ice is breaking that joint down, man, it was fire. So I like what Head Ice was doing in that battle. It was definitely. Oh, we got Ill Flow in here. What? Yo, why this man? Yo, Flow, man.
What's up? Hey, how y'all doing, man?
Yeah, we had to tell on the show, but I mean, we can get your thoughts in here too. But who I just say? I say so all right, so the worst is Cannabis, the second worst is Jay Millz, the third
You know, Joe Budden.
Joe Buttons. Nah, I put the next person I gotta give it to fucking 40 Cal. Like 40 Cal. Now we in the middle of my list now, so 40 Cal is right there. And I give 40 Cal that position because his level of opponent, I put King Los had a harder level of opponent than 40 Cal. So actually I might put, you know what, I put 40 Cal. Actually let me switch 40 Cal and King Los. King Los is better than 40 Cal in my opinion. 40 Cal,
Right.
40 Cal, he was okay in that battle against Ill Will. But Ill Will is not really anybody really in battle rap to me, man. He kind of one of the worst people in battle rap, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? He like one of the worst people in battle rap.
Yeah, I agree.
And then yo, Flo, let me put your camera up over here, man.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Hey, bro, you turn your camera horizontal, like landscape, bro. It look better.
Let me see.
You turn it
Like
to the
that?
side. You just turn it. No, you just
Again?
just hold. How you holding your camera? You know how you holding your phone right now? Just hold it
like this.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Look way better. Now I'm trying to get you set
Hop in
up.
the store right quick.
Yeah, I don't know where Malt Leezy yet. Malt Leezy said he was at work or some shit, but I had to press go, man. I had to press play on this, bro. I had to get this shit out of the way.
So, man, you don't see me on this phone, man. Very disrespectful.
This nigga said. All right, so yeah, I replaced King Los and 40 Cal. 40 Cal is actually my third worst, and I give King Los that position. And then after King Los, I got Joe Buttons, who's my third best performance. My third best performance is Joe Buttons. Is he my third best performance? Yeah, he's my third best performance. But then at the same time, bro, I gotta probably put Joe Budden at number 2, my guy. But I can't put Joe Budden at number 2. I can't put Joe Budden at number 2 because Joe Budden walked off the stage. I kind of had Joe Budden as my number 2 until DM3 reminded me that Joe Budden walked off the stage because I was kind of having Joe Budden having a better performance than Jag because, like, I'm looking at the opponent here. Like, Joe Budden had to go against Hollow the Don, and Hollow the Don is one of the best battle rappers. I think he's better than Math Hoffa, so I'm going by level of opponent, man. And all right, so I put Jag. I don't know. All right, I got tie Jag and Joe Budden. Joe Budden and Jag get a tie for 2 and 3. It's interchangeable for me, man, depending on how I'm feeling or whatever like that. And the reason why is because I had to deduct points from Jag because he didn't have to deal with the adversity. But everybody else had to when they came back to battle rap. He kind of politicked a little bit better. And he had the benefit of the era right now with no crowds. The pandemic was definitely an asset for Jag. And then, Cass, I feel like he had the best performance. And I mean, no matter how anybody feel about his last 2 performances with Goods or Arsenal or whatever like that, he had the best performance, I think, in battle rap against Disaster. Like, and then that goes to show you, like, Cassidy in a small room is just a whole different beast. Because if you look at, like, niggas talking about Jag or this battle, like the performances and shit like that, like, niggas gotta go back to the Disaster battle, Cassidy Disaster, because Cassidy performance is crazy. He had niggas. He said, "Man, I get my hitmans to holler at you." Then you got niggas in his like, "I'll knock you the fuck out," or "Let me show you how corny this nigga sound." And he mimicked Disaster, how he rap and how his mannerisms is. Like people forget that was crazy performances, but a lot of people shitted on Cass because of that. They said, "Oh, he was performing, but he didn't really have no bars," even though he had bars within there. The reason why people felt like Cass didn't have bars because they felt he spitting like they said. What he said? They say he had mixtape lyrics because he was flowing. So when they think when you have a flow, they think that you're not really battle rapping. Just like they criticized Jag for coming out the first round with a fast flow. They try to say, "Oh, Jag wasn't really doing a battle rap style. He was doing like rap style because he was rapping in a flow and he's rapping fast in the first round when he first came out."
Hey,
they did the same.
Though, because B Magic do that shit though.
Oh, Mark Leezy in here too.
Yeah, they don't say shit to B Magic about that shit.
I got set these cameras up, bro. Everybody, it's like 3 of y'all niggas in the car. Right,
What up?
Oh, go ahead. Y'all good. It's just these cameras messing up a little bit. But go ahead. What you say, Mark? You said they be doing it to be Magic.
I said they don't do that. B Magic got a flow like that too. They don't say shit to that dude.
Whoever not talking, mute yourself, man, real quick. If you about to say something, unmute yourself because I don't know if that's a light or something. If somebody driving, the wind is